the city had heard of Professor Bubblewrap's Museum of Impossible Inventions, a place where logic got dizzy and science danced in circles, where clocks melted sideways, fans blew bubbles instead of air, and invisible paper clips held up giant pianos. But few had ever visited, because the professor only opened the doors when the moon blinked twice, which happened as you'd expect. Quite rarely on such a night, a curious kid named Nora wandered in, her eyes wide with wonder. The museum smelled like toasted electricity and old pencils, and every room held a machine stranger than the last, a backpack that played music based on your mood, a bicycle with square wheels that still rode smoothly, and a scarf that whispered compliments when it detected frowns. Each item had a story, carefully labeled plaques told of failed rocket pilots, talking spoons, and plants that grew upside down. But one invention had no label. It sat at the end of a hallway behind ropes made of rainbow spaghetti, a small spinning cube that hovered mid-air, glowing faintly blue, humming like a sleepy refrigerator. Docent about it, and it whirred nervously, "Item not listed, please ignore." Of course, Nora did the opposite. She reached out, and the cube opened with a pop inside. Nothing, or at least nothing visible. But suddenly, every other invention in the museum froze. Time seemed to pause. The cube pulsed, and a voice echoed in her mind.
You are the first human to unlock this. It is not from Earth. It is from a place that should not be. Nora wasn't scared, just curiouser. She whispered, "What do you do?" The cube answered, "I bend the rules, I make the impossible possible. I exist to remind minds that even rules can be reimagined." The museum lights flickered, and suddenly the inventions came alive. The singing scarf sang jazz, the rocket shoes danced, and the mood backpack played her favorite melody. The cube floated to her hand, and the voice continued, "One human per century is chosen to question everything. You are this century's wonder."
Nora smiled, cool. The next morning, the museum was gone. Empty lot, no door, no walls, but tucked in her backpack was a small plaque made of starlight, engraved to Nora, the one who didn't ignore. From that day on, whenever Nora looked at machines, clouds, or even spoons, she asked, "What else could you be?" And sometimes, just sometimes, they answered,